it's time to turn our attention to the world of streaming, cinemas, movie stars, and more as we bring you up to date with what's been happening in film and television. All right, he's got the look, the presence, and the passion, and now he's bringing all that and more to Nollywood. Born and raised in London, Junior Afolabi Isalokun, better known as Junior, is a rising star whose magnetic charisma has graced both stage and screen, from major productions like Netflix's Supercell to BBC Paramount's A Blue Story. But for this British-Nigerian actor and model, the journey is just beginning. Driven by a deep love for storytelling and a desire to bridge cultures, Junior is setting his sights on Nigeria's booming film industry, Nollywood, hoping to inspire global audiences with powerful African narratives. Today, he joins us to talk about his journey, his dream roles, and why Nollywood is the next big chapter in his unfolding career. Now, thank you. Welcome to the show. But before I start asking you the questions, I want to play a short clip from Supercell, and then we'll come back and discuss. Let's take a look.
I'm Sabrina, Kevin's girlfriend. Are you serious? What did I tell you about asking us questions? Can you wait in the car, please? What do you mean wait? Just... Fine. But if you need me, call me. I've been with Kevin for 9 months. I've been with him for 2 months.
Who are you talking to, man?
Your girlfriend. You are full of shit.
Why would you just turn up like this? Where you going? Hey, I'm talking to you. Come here.
All right, then. I remember Supercell coming out and thinking, oh my God, why was he so evil to her? But I know that that's not who we really are. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Your character was killed in that movie. He was killed.
He wasn't killed.
I'm trying to remember.
He got some kind of superhero blow, you understand? What was it like? Let's talk about that first, because I think Supercell was one of the biggest shows on Netflix, British shows on Netflix last year. What was that experience like? Let's start from there.
It was amazing to see the reception that it got, because, of course, I'm quite close with the director. His name's Ratman, and he's a great director, a great story writer. And I'd been speaking to him for, years and years about this concept that he had in his mind, and to see it, on Netflix everywhere across the world, it was a good feeling.
Yeah, fantastic. So let's talk about you've done all of this work in the UK. A lot of people are leaving Nigeria to go to the UK, the US, or Canada, but you came back.
Yeah.
Why? What's that about?
Firstly, I'm very aware of the irony of me wanting to come back to Nigeria and loads of people trying to leave Nigeria and go to where I've just come from. But for me, being born in London, and it feels as if I've had, like a small barrier between my true Nigerianness, if that makes sense, and myself. So being able to come and spend an extended period of time here is it's a privilege to me. It's a privilege to me. So I understand that people are leaving, but for me, I'm seeing it differently.
Because I follow you on Instagram. I see you doing like the most random things. I think 2 days ago you stopped and started playing football with some of the kids in your neighborhood. And I was like, it's only so that I came out. But what's that experience been like for you? Just immersing yourself fully in the Nigerian, the Lagos culture.
Yeah. It's hard to put into words, to be honest. It's an amazing feeling to be able to just be around my people, I would say, Of course, I was born in London and I feel British, I feel that, but when I come to Nigeria, I understand what I was missing, if that makes sense. And sometimes they say, you never know what you're missing until you find it. Yeah. And so that's how I feel about being here in Nigeria,
Okay, first of all, how long have you been in Nigeria now?
So I've been here a month.
A month? And it's your longest stay, right?
It's the longest stay I've ever been here. I was supposed to go back like 2 weeks ago, but
And before this particular visit, when was the last time you came to Nigeria?
Oh, so I came in November for AFRIF.
AFRIF, okay.
Yeah, but before then, I hadn't been since I was a teenager, so like 13.
Okay, so is it like, okay, I mean, you're still enjoying it, like it's new to you.
Yeah.
You've been abroad for, I mean, all your life.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you would stay here, like, I mean, going forward, or at some point you still go back? Because I think maybe you might just be bored later, like, okay, you know what, I've seen it all. Let me head back. Would that be a thing for you?
I think for me to have that feeling, it will take a long time.
Take a long time.
Because there's a lot of things that I thought I knew, but now I'm here, I understand that I kind of know nothing.
All right. Okay. Now let's touch on the movie. Like in Supercell, I mean, knife crimes. It was, you know, should I say, portrayed in the movie. Now we've watched a number of movies apart from Supercell. You know, also portray the same message.
Yeah.
Now, do you think, you know, with this particular, you know, portrayal in the movies, do you think it's helped the, should I say, the British side of things? Because I know it's very high. The knife crimes is very high. Do you think it's helped in terms of creating awareness around the dangers, or do you think it's probably emboldened those that actually perpetrate these crimes?
So for me, when you watch a show like Supercell, you see the true characters and their reasons why for doing things. So although there may be some scenes that seem like they are, you know, glamorizing, let's say, it's definitely not. If you watch the show, you'll understand, you know, that it's real people going through real things, and people make mistakes. You see people going down the wrong road, but you also see people going down the right road. So it portrays, you know, everything about life in London, if that makes sense. So all aspects, the people that are good and the people that are bad, you know?
All right. I want to talk about, you know, Nollywood, because I know that it's something that interests you. What excites you about Nollywood? What kind of roles are you hoping to land in the Nigerian film industry? Are there any Nigerian directors or actors that you're looking to work with while you're here or when you come back? Yeah.
So I'm not going to name names, because just in case I don't name a few people, they'll say, hey, we saw you and you didn't name me. So for sure, I'm not going to say any names, but for sure, I just want to immerse myself in the film culture here.
Reading scripts, talking to people.
I've been meeting a few people, different actors, actresses, and just getting to learn the landscape of how it is over here. So I'm kind of catching small things here.
So what have you learned so far?
Well, there's a big difference between how fast production is here and how fast production is over there.
Yeah.
So over here, you can churn out films quite quickly. Over there,
is that a bad thing for you?
Oh, that's the thing. It can't be a bad thing because it's been working.
Yeah.
You know, the industry's booming and it's only getting bigger. So who am I to come from somewhere else and say, hey, you guys are doing it wrong? No chance. I think that it has to be a good thing. If it's working, then it's a good thing, you know?
Yeah, I like
Okay,
that.
so like, what would you love to be known for in Nollywood? If you, I mean, break out in Nollywood. Like some people, they like being known for being the bad guy. Some people want to be known as a lover guy. You know, what would you like to be known for? Then also, as Nigeria in the UK, what were those hurdles you had to, you know, should I say, scale to be part of the showbiz over there? So these two questions.
Yeah, two questions. So the first question, I wouldn't say I want to be known as the bad guy.
I mean, you've already been the bad guy. You don't want to be put in the box.
I've played enough bad guys, so maybe if I can find something over here that portrays me as a good guy, I'll take that. I'll grab it with both hands, you know.
Yeah, we are here, you know, directors, casting people, please.
Yeah, the hurdles for it, like, you know, you had to scale over there to be part of the business.
So of course, obviously, in England, there's 3% are black people, basically. And so you can imagine, if 3% of people are black in the whole country, then you can imagine how many actors are getting roles in mainstream shows and film over there. So that alone just speaks for itself. I wouldn't like to say, oh, it's so hard and this and that, because people are working and people are doing great things over there. So, you know, I wouldn't want to portray it as this hard life, hardship or anything like that. You know, if you work hard and you're in the right places at the right time, I think, you know, things will happen for you.
Yeah.
And sorry, just one more thing. Okay, now that you've said it's that hard, like let's take, for example, in Hollywood, we've seen stories about, let's say, Weinstein. You know, how he exploits, you know, people looking for fame. Is that a thing too in the UK? Like you have directors or producers that do the same, like from your experience?
You know what it is? I don't think it's to the same level, but at the same time, I might not have been exposed to that. So I don't want to speak broadly, you understand? Because of course there are some people, and there are some cases where you've seen, you know, people have been accused in the scene in England. So I haven't seen it personally, but for sure it's probably out there, and hopefully I never come across anything like that.
And as we wrap up, beyond the screen, what message do you hope your journey sends to young aspiring actors, especially those that are navigating multiple identities? And I say that as, you know, as someone who grew up in the UK, but of course is of Nigerian descent.
Yeah, is that you can be anything, you know? Sometimes we put ourselves in a box, but so some other people, other races from other countries, other places, they don't put themselves in a box. So we shouldn't put ourselves in a box. We can do whatever we want.
I like that. We can do whatever we want to. Thank you so much for being on here. We appreciate you, and we wish you the very best. Hoping we will have you back on here when you have your #1 blockbuster movie in the Nigerian cinema.
Should I say overthrow RMD?
I love that. I love that. Thank you so much for watching Arise 360 today.